If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Coming out with it, it's Watson. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Arizona State's offense will go to work first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know.
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it. 1st down and more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Sun Devils are marching down the field. Running back searching for a hole. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle, it's Hamilton. Not gonna get there, not gonna get close as he's brought down at the 30, it's 4th down.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They think there's room to run to the right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense has its first opportunity of the day. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
The sure hands, it's Williams. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Handoff to the single running back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. And the Aggies can really attack on this second and short. Rides to the back. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Snagged in the middle. It's Coleman. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. On the run, it's Sticky. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. To the air, it's O'Neal. He lofts one down the sideline. And he grabs it at the 15. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. And And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name would be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that.
And that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Brown has it. There he goes. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hamilton. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to swing it on second down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Sun Devils will have it first and 10. Handoff from the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arizona State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Michigan proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Wolverines team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. On the move. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Leaves it with the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's O'Neal. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slots.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields to punt to try to pick up some yards. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Out of the gun, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Robinson. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down. Thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The give to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. And here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The Sun Devils had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Brown.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to Frank Cush Field inside Mountain America Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's O'Neal. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. On the ground, it's Jackson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Turning it on. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they can't make the connection.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They boot it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making checks. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Offense gets set for 2nd down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
That penalty will back them up some more, half the distance to the goal. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
On the ready.
Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it. There he goes! They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Aggies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go right back to him. Shakes off the defender. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
To the air, it's O'Neal. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
This defense knew coming into the game they were going to try and get this guy the football because of his speed, but when he's running over the middle of the field, they want to put a hat on him and make him feel them. They did that right there. The hit causes the incompletion.
Here comes the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He might want another play. Looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Rigby. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses the 30, he's got away. There he goes. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the the final period starts with a second down play. Keeps it on the bootleg. Guard in the backfield. It's Dickey. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one deep. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
They'll leave it with the lone back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the returner will be brought down. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the first down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball game.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Great place to start for this offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Oh, he's got some space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Pucks it out of the air. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. The Aggies buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Got a man, it's Williams.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. And the Aggies come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. No room for return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Got some room to run. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Leaves it with the running back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's first down from the 11. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here we go. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first with it. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. And this junior signal caller has hardly been at his best. And when you've been around, when you're the veteran presence, you have to perform at a higher level. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up any yards or points for that matter. And they also haven't taken care of the ball. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to pass, it's O'Neal. The screen, he's got wheels. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Defense.
Defensive holding, an automatic first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Jackson. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Second down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They just keep firing. Makes the grab. It's Williams. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for a man, it's O'Neal. The short hands, it's Jackson.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Creates a little room. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled. And he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception. But they haven't been in sync. And nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this.
There he goes.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions. Got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down. But this offense has got to stay fast.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. He wants it all. Touchdown, Aggies. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up,